Welcome to another session of GATE 2021. In this session, we are going to discuss some problems using nodal analysis and mesh analysis. Nodal analysis. This is based on Kirchhoff's current laws. That is based on Kirchhoff's current law. Suppose we have a circuit. For example, I am drawing a circuit and we want to analyze this circuit by making use of nodal analysis or Kirchhoff's current law. Okay, let this be the circuit. Suppose, okay, I am placing one more resistance here. Now, analyzing the circuit means we want to determine the currents flowing through each element and voltage across this element, and we can also calculate the power absorbed by this element. These are resistance, so it is always absorb power and energy associated with that power. Let this be V1, V3 and V2. The resistance may be R1, R2, R3, R4 and R5. Now we have how many nodes? This is one node, 2, 3, 4, and this is our reference node or referral nodes. Nodes are basically of three types. First is symbol nodes. Symbol nodes. Symbol node means it is connected to only two elements. This node is a symbol node. This is connected to this element, battery source, and this element. And this is a symbol node since this node is connected to only two branches or two elements. That is a symbol node. And second, we have principal node. Principal node means if at least three branches is connected to a node, then it is said to be principal node, or three or more elements should be connected to a principal node. In this circuit, this node, let this be A. For this node, R1, R3 and R2 is connected. So three element is connected. That is an example for principal nodes. Now consider this node. Let this be B. This is also a principal node since three elements are connected or three branches are connected. First branch, second branch and third branch. And this node is a referral node since in between this point there is no connection, there is no element is connected. Here also no element is connected, no element connected. So all this will represent a single or a same point, or we can mark this as, we can mark this as, sorry. So this is an represents the referral node. So the same circuit can be redrawn like this. Now there is one more node. That node is called super node. Super node. Super node means if a source, a voltage source is coming in a branch other than this reference branch. These are our main node. A, this is principal node A and B. Suppose a battery source is connected here, a battery source of 5 volt. Then this AB, this will represent a super node. So analysis of this branch. For suppose I is the current through this branch. Then I is equal to VA. V is a potential at this node. Then this terminal is at higher potential and this is lower potential. So minus 5 minus VB divided by this resistance R3. This is the current through the branch I, that is that IAB. So IAB is equal to VA minus 5 minus VB by R3. Suppose the battery is connected in this manner. Connected in this way. So, lower potential terminal is connected to this end, and higher potential or the positive terminal is connected to node B. Now, current AB in the super node is indicated by VA minus of minus Y. That is VA minus of minus Y minus VB divided by this branch resistance, that is R3, or this is equal to VA plus plus 5 minus VB divided by R3. So, energy voltage source is connected in between two main nodes or in a branch. Then it is called a super node. Coming back to our analysis, we can analyze and consider two principal nodes, that is node A and node B. Now apply KCL at these two principal nodes. Now apply KCL at node A, and we can assume all the currents are outgoing current. That means current is going outside from this node A. Again, this is outside. This is also outside. So all the currents are assuming to be going outside. So the current going to this branch, that is VA minus V1 divided by R1 plus VA current going through this branch is, this is the zero potential. So VA by R2 plus current going through this branch, that is VA minus VB divided by R3 is equal to 0. That is the sum of the currents is equal to 0. Then apply KCL to node B. That is KCL at node B. Again, we can assume all the current is going outside from this node. So this current is VB minus VA by the resistance R3, that is VA minus VB divided by R3 plus the current going this direction, that is VA. Here the potential is 5 volt battery source is connected. That means VB minus 5 divided by, this is R4 plus VB minus V3 divided by R5. Okay, now we have two equations and two unknowns. Here this is a known value V1 and V2 is a known value, the value of the voltage across the battery source. And two equations and two unknowns. By solving this, we can find VA and VB. Once VA and VB is obtained, we can calculate the current passing through each branch. This is a fundamental of nodal analysis. Okay, let us do some problems based on KCL. A current source is connected. Like here a resistance, another resistance, another resistance, and a resistance and a battery source is connected to this. Let this value be 5 ampere. This is 10 volt. Let this resistance be 10 ohm, 3 ohm, 5 ohm and 1 ohm. Okay. Now we want to find the current flowing through each branches of this circuit. Obtain the current in all branches is the question. So we want to determine current flowing through this branch, this branch, this branch and this branch. Right. We can use Kirchhoff's current law or nodal analysis for solving this problem. Let this node VA and A and B with the nodes. Voltage of at this node be VA and at this node be VB. Okay. Now apply KCL at node A. Okay. Here we are assuming this current is outgoing, this current is outgoing, but this current is phi A is incoming current. So we can write the phi A, that is equal to the outgoing current, that is VA minus VB by 3 plus the current through this branch, that is VA by 10. Or this implies VA by 3 plus VA by 10 minus VB by 3, that is equal to 5, or 1 by 3 plus 1 by 10 into VA minus 1 by 3 VB, that is equal to 5. Now apply KCL at node B. So KCL at node B. We can assume all the currents are outgoing. So current through this branch, that is VB minus V, that's a potential difference, divided by the resistance, plus the current through this branch, that is VB by 5 plus the potential difference between the point B and the source of 10 voltage is VB minus 10 divided by 1 is equal to 0. Here minus 1 by 3 VA plus 1 by 3 plus 1 by 5 plus 1 into VB is equal to 10. Okay, so we have two equations and two unknowns. By solving this, we will get the value of VA and VB. Once we get VA and VB, we can calculate the current flowing through the branches. So, equation number 1 and equation number 2. Solving 1 and 2, VA is equal to 19.85 volt and VB is equal to 10.9 volt. You check it by solving these two equations. Now, our current through this branch, that is current through the branch of 10 ohm, that is I10, that is equal to VA by 10. VA means 19.85 by 10. That is equal to 1.985 ampere. And current through 3 ohm resistance, that is I3, that is equal to VA minus VB. VA minus VB means 19.85 minus 10.9 divided by 3, that is equal to 2.98 ampere. We can calculate the power absorbed in 3 ohm. That is power absorbed in 3 ohm. P3 is equal to I3 square. That is, what is I3 square? 2.98 square into 3. And in this branch, that is power absorbed in 10 ohm resistance is equal to current through this branch is 1.985. That is 1.985 the square into the resistance 10. And through this branch and this branch we can calculate. Now what is the current through this branch? I5 is equal to VB by 5. VB is 10.9 divided by 5. That is equal to 2.18. Next is source transformation. Since it is always possible to transform a voltage source into a current source and a current source into a voltage source. That is, suppose we have voltage source like Vs having a series resistance Rs. Okay, this is a terminal, load terminal where we can connect load. Okay, let this be AB. These are terminal and the voltage across AB is the terminal voltage. Now we can represent this by a equivalent current source. This is equivalent to a current source in parallel with the resistance. This resistance is same as that of Rs. Then this will represent our terminal AB and we can connect the load across terminal AB. Right, both will represent the same circuit. Now that this is IL is the load current. Now IL is equal to Vs divided by Rs plus, let the load resistance be RL. Okay. Then the source current, this is a current source IS. Here IS is equal to Vs divided by the series resistance Rs. This is our Is. Now, let load current be represented by IL. Now, IL, the load current IL is equal to, this is our Is, source current Is into opposite branch resistance. That is Rs divided by Rs plus RL. This is by making use of current division rule. Okay. We are using the source transformation so as to reduce the complexity of a circuit. So as to make a circuit simple, we can use this source transformation. And we usually do in this by making use of independent sources. In supposing some problems, a dependent source is came, then also it is possible to transform the source. Since the voltage or current across the dependent source depending upon the values of current and voltage in some of the circuit elements within the circuit. So, source transformation is possible. But while transforming the source, we should be careful so as to minimize error. Otherwise, we will get the wrong answer. Consider a question. Okay. Then, here also resistance is connected. Then a resistance is connected here, a voltage source is connected. All is on the same common point. Let's the value of this source is Vs. This will be 8 ohm resistance, then 4 ohm resistance, 6 ohm resistance, and 6 ohm resistance. Suppose the current flowing through this resistance, 6 ohm, is given as I0 is equal to 0.5 ampere. Okay, now the question is, we want to find the source voltage Vs. Find Vs. If given I0 is equal to 0.5, that is flowing through this branch. And choices are given, A is 22 volt, B is 11 volt, C is minus 22 volt and D is minus 11 volt. Okay, these are the 4 choices given. I am going to redraw the circuit, a reference node N. Now, let this be node A and node B. So we can draw node A, this is node B, here 8 ohm, here 6 ohm, and the 6 ohm is connected in parallel. Here at node A, we have a resistance of 8 ohm and a battery source of Vs. Now we want to determine the value of Vs. The values are 4 ohm, 8 ohm, 6 ohm and 6 ohm. And the given condition is the current flowing through this resistance is equal to 0.5 ampere. So either we can do by using nodal analysis, but I am going to use a simple techniques. There is a current division rule. You look at this resistance. The value of this resistance is 6 ohm and value of this resistance is also 6 ohm. And both of these are parallel and equal resistance. So the potential difference across the 6 ohm is V is equal to 6 into 0.5, that is equal to 3 volt. Now, since these resistance have equal magnitudes, so the current through this resistance is also 0.5 ampere and voltage across this resistance is 6 into 0.5, that is equal to 3 volt. So these are parallel, both have same OLF voltage. So what is the current coming here at this node? That is 0.5 plus 0.5. So 1 ampere of current will come in towards this branch. So according to KCL, incoming current is equal to outgoing current. Okay. Now we know that this is a 1 ampere current entering or leaving this node A. Right. So what is the current IS? IS, the current. That is a source current IS is represented by IS. Now let us simplify the circuit. The 6 and 6 are in parallel. So the effective resistance become 6 into 6 divided by 6 plus 6. That is equal to 36 by 12 is equal to 3 ohm. So this resistance is simplified to circuit is simplified to equivalent resistance of 3 ohm. Now this 4 and 3 are in series. So the equivalent resistance is 4 plus 3, that is equal to 7. So we have a 7 ohm resistance. And the current through the 7 ohm resistance is 1 ampere. 1 ampere. And this is our source current. Now by making use of current division rule, this current is equal, this is equal to I1. I1 is equal to the source current IS in other branch, that is 8 divided by total resistance, that is 8 plus 7, that is equal to 15. From this equation, this implies IS is equal to I1. Here I1 is equal to 1. 1 into 15 by 8. This is a IS. Now, this 7 and 8 is in parallel. So the equivalent value of resistance is 8 into 7 divided by 8 plus 7. That is 56 divided by 15. So the circuit is again reduced to 56 divided by 15. Now 8 and 56 by 15 are in series. So the circuit is again simplified to a single voltage source Vs, Is, and the value of this resistance is 8 plus 56 by 15. Okay, that is equal to into Is. That is Vs is equal to Is is 15 by 8 into this time, that is 15. 8 into 15 is 120. 120 plus 56, 176 divided by 15. This one gets cancelled and it's 176 by 8. That is equal to 22 volt. So A is our solution. This can be also done by making use of nodal analysis. We have 3 resistance that is connected in delta, and you have 2 sources, 2 current sources or independent current sources, one current source and second current source. This is our circuit. Now the values of resistance are 10 ohm, 5 ohm, 2 ohm. Let this current be 3 ampere and 12 ampere. So we have 2 independent current sources. Now the question is, find the value of current through the 10 ohm resistance, that is I10, suffix 10. That's the question. And choices are given: A 0.53 ampere, B is minus 0.53 ampere, D is 1 ampere, and C is 1 ampere, and D is 0.5 ampere. Okay, 4 options are given. Now, this is our node A, and node B. This is our referral node or ground potential. Now, we can draw the circuit as this is a current source parallel with a resistance. I am going to redraw the circuit as 3 ampere, 5 ohm, then 10 ohm, then this 2 ohm and 12 ampere. So this circuit is equivalent to this circuit and values are 10, 5, 2. This is the direction of current given, I10. Now by using source transformation, this current source can be converted into voltage source. So we can draw a battery with a series resistance Rs. Okay, but this is our this point node A, and this resistance of 10 ohm, and this point is B, node B, and this current source can be converted into a voltage source having the series resistance of 2 and we have a voltage source. The value of this voltage source is 3 into 5. That is 3 into 5 is equal to 15 volt. Here 12 into 2, that is equal to 24 volt. So we have 2 battery and a resistance, 3 resistance are connected in series. So this I, current I is equal to this potential I10, that is equal to 15 minus 24 divided by 5 plus 10 plus 2. That's the value of the resistance. That is equal to minus 9 divided by 17. That is equal to minus 0.53 amps. So B is our correct option. Consider the question. We have a resistance and a resistance. It's a T section. I am connecting an inductance here. Then we have 2 sources here. Let this be a current source. This is also a current source. Let the current is represented by e raised to at. This current is given as e raised to bt. Let the values of this resistance is 1 ohm, 2 ohm and inductance is 1 Henry. Now the question is, let this is a voltage across inductance, that is VL. Find VL. This is our question. Then we know that voltage across inductance VL is equal to L DIL by dt, where IL is the current flowing through this inductance IL. Okay, now the incoming current to this node, let this node is A, is this current plus this current, and this current will leave through inductor. So this current plus this current will leave through this current. So IL is equal to e raised to at plus e raised to bt. So this VL is equal to L is 1 Henry, 1 into dE by dy by dt of e raised to at plus e raised to bt. That is equal to A into raised to at. A into e raised to at plus B into e raised to dt. This is the answer. The question, we have 3 resistance. They are connected in parallel and we have a current source. Let the value of this current is 50 ampere. Let the value of this resistance is 2 ohm, 1 ohm and 5 ohm. The question is, find the current passing through each branches. Let this is I1, this is I2, this is I3. We want to find the current I1, I2, I3. Once we got I1, I2 and I3, we can calculate the power absorbed in 2 ohm, 1 ohm and 5 ohm. In 2 ohm, I1 square by 2 and power absorbed in 1 ohm, that is I2 square into 1, and power absorbed in 5 ohm is I3 square into 5. Okay. Then we can calculate the energy absorbed for some 4 second or 5 second or a time duration of t by multiplying the power absorbed into time t. Since there is no element is connected across this branch, so all this will represent, okay, same, or this incoming current is equal to the outgoing current. This is I1, I2 and I3. So I redrawn the circuit like this. Now 50 is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. Let this is a node A and voltage as this node be some V. Now I1 is equal to V by 2 plus I2 is V by 1 plus I3 is V by 5. That is equal to 50. From this expression, we can find the value of V. That is equal to 50 is equal to V into 1 by 2 plus 1 plus 1 by 5. That is equal to V into 1 by 2 means 0.5 plus 1 plus 0.2, or this is equal to 1.7. 50 is equal to, this implies V is equal to 50 divided by 1.7, that is equal to 29.41 volt. Okay. Now I1 is equal to 29.41 divided by 2, that is equal to 14.7 amps. I2 is equal to 29.41 divided by 1, that is equal to 29.41 amps. And I3 is equal to 29.41 divided by 5, that is equal to 5.83. Okay, so these are the values of currents. Suppose consider circuit. 4 resistance in parallel. Okay. 4 resistance in parallel. Let this is 10, 20, 30, 40 ohm, 20 ohm, 30 ohm. Let the source be 10 volt. IS is the current, source current. Find IS is our question. Now, these all resistance are in parallel. So, we can write 1 by R equivalent. That is equal to 1 by 10 plus 1 by 20 plus 1 by 30 plus 1 by 40. This is equal to 0.1 plus 1 by 20, that is 0.05. 1 by 30, that is 0.0333. 1 by 40, that is equal to 0.025. Approximately 0.208. This is 1 by R equivalent. Or R equivalent is equal to 1 divided by 0.028. 1 by 0.8 is equal to approximately is equal to 5. 5. That is less than some 5. So IS is equal to 10 by 5. That is equal to, that approximately equal to 2 ampere. 3 resistance in parallel. Right. And a current source. Now, the value of current source is 12 ampere. The value of this resistance is 4 ohm, 4 ohm and 2 ohm. Right. Find the current through each branches. That is, this is I1, I2, I3. I1, I2 and I3. Okay. Now, 4 and 2 are in parallel. So, the effective resistance of these two is 4 into 2 divided by 4 plus 2. That is equal to 8 by 6 or is equal to 4 by 3 ohm. This is the effective resistance of 4 and 2. Now we can simplify the circuit as this is 4 and we have 4 by 3. And this is our source of 12 amps. So this is I1. Now this current, actually this current is the current leaving this node is I2 plus I3. This is I2 plus I3. And here I3 and I. Now this current, that is I2 plus I3, that is indicated by some I. Okay. Now use the current division rule. This is 4 ohm. This current, incoming current is 12 amps. So this current I1 is equal to total current 12 into the resistance in the other side, that is 4 by 3 divided by total resistance 4 by 3 plus 4, that is equal to 12 into 4 by 3 plus 4 plus, take the LCM here in the denominator, 4 into 3, 12 by 3, 3 and 3 get cancelled. This is equal to 12 into 4 divided by 16, 4 times 12 by 4, that is equal to 3 amps. So I1 is equal to 3 ampere. So I2 plus I3, that is equal to 12 minus 3, that is 9 ampere. So the current reaching at this point, this node is 9 amps. Now I3, that is I3. I3 is equal to this 9 into the resistance in the other side, other branch, 4 divided by total resistance 4 plus 2, that is 6. Now 4 plus 2, 6. 2 times, 3 times This is 3 times. 3 into this is equal to 6 amps. So I3 is equal to 6 amp and this current is equal to 3 amp. So I2 is equal to 12 minus 3 minus 6, that is equal to 3 amps. So in 12 ampere is equal to 3 plus 3, that is 6 plus 6 is equal to 12 amps. 5 ohm and again a resistance 5 ohm is connected to another 5 ohm. So 3 resistance 5 ohm. Now let this point is short circuit, shortened. This is also short circuit. Let this point is A and B. Okay, so this point is short circuit. This point and this point are short circuit. Potential at this point will be same as that of this point. Let this be 1, 1. And let this be 2. So potential at this point or this node is same as at this node. Since they are short circuits. So we can redraw the circuit. This is our terminal A and terminal B, right? Now 1, a 5 ohm is connected to 1. So at this point to 1 is connected to A. 1 is connected to A. This point is 1. 1 and A is connected. From 1, 5 ohm resistance. The other end of 5 is connected to 2. And 2 is connected to B. So this is point is 2. Okay. 2 and B are the same points. Now for 1, this is 1 and again 5 ohm. 5 ohm. Other end is connected to point 2. This 5 is connected across 1 and 2. So 1 and 2. This is point 1, 2, 1. 2. So this become all the resistance are in parallel. So the equivalent resistance become 1 by R, that is equal to 1 by 5 plus 1 by 5 plus 1 by 5. That is equal to 3 by 5 or R is equal to 5 by 3. This is the answer. In the next session, we will discuss more problems from this section and also we will discuss mesh analysis. Then star to delta transformation and we will solve some gate problems, previous year's gate problems. Okay, thank you.